Welcome to Undisputed. We're live from Los Angeles. I'm Joy Taylor, here with Skip Bayless and Uncle Shay, otherwise known as Shannon Sharp.
I don't understand.
I have no answers.
I don't get it.
You don't
No,
need...
I don't get it. You can't justify...
Skip.
What is that?
What are you celebrating?
Life.
We're just celebrating life today?
No,
I can celebrate life.
And you know, it's such a momentous occasion.
What is it?
You know, Joy, talk to Skip. I'm a bit over here. You know, me and Johnny...
what are you celebrating?
Me and my camera
What
guy.
are you celebrating?
Hold on, Skip. Me and Johnny on following this up for Johnny.
I'm glad you finally opened that bottle of
Johnny.
Hennessy.
You know, Johnny's the stage manager. Mr. Stage Manager, we're going to handle this after the show.
Yeah. Johnny's going to handle that.
I want our audience to understand this man across from me is the all-time self-promoting hypocrite. He picked the New England Patriots before the year started, and he picked them on Friday before the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl. He is now celebrating something that he picked against. I just want our audience to understand.
I'm celebrating your misery because I know what's going on inside of you.
It should be your misery also. You picked them. It was the all-time cover your you-know-what pick because you didn't want to come in here on Monday and get shamed by Tom Brady again.
I'm like North Dakota. Oh. I didn't want Foles to win because you will try to undermine Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think you just got undermined and you're
What's about you didn't play last night?
I know. You see what he did? Throw Foles on him.
I refuse to allow you to represent Nick Foles when you pick the Patriots in this game, and you picked the Seahawks at the beginning of the year.
I like birds.
Who are you picking?
I like birds. I like Seahawks. I like Falcons. I like Eagles.
I'll let you celebrate.
Hold on, one more before I go. And
Since your pop-up shop is closed, since the NFL season is over, you can celebrate the end of the year.
You know what? And Snoop sent me that thing, Skip.
That thing?
Is
that thing?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, Snoop stuff is up there.
Snoop sent me this thing right here. This Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon.
Really? But it's medical, right?
You 100 feet over the city.
Well, there's plenty of views over Philadelphia right now, and they're probably still in the streets celebrating like Uncle Shay.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Let's get to it. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions after beating the Patriots 41-33 last night. Nick Foles was named MVP after throwing 3 touchdown passes and even catching a touchdown on a huge 4th down play. Tom Brady threw for a Super Bowl record 505 yards and 3 touchdowns. The two teams combined for over 1,100 yards, the most in any game in NFL history. But in the end, the Eagles defense stepped up with a strip sack of Brady with just over 2 minutes left. And then they knocked down the Patriots' Hail Mary attempt to end it. It's the first Super Bowl title in Eagles history. Let's take a listen to both teams after this epic game.
The big thing that helped me was knowing that I didn't have to be Superman. I have amazing teammates, amazing coaches around me. And all I had to do was just go play as hard as I could and play for one another, play for those guys. And, not look at the scoreboard, not look at the time, just go out there and play. Don't worry about it. And, came away with victory.
Everything that we've been through this season to get to this point, a lot of people, counted us out. But that locker room believed in each other, believed in me. And I got a great staff and great players, and we found a way to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, it does suck. It obviously... Yeah, it sucks. I mean, losing sucks, but as part of you, you show up and you try to win, and sometimes you lose, and that's the way it goes.
Just wasn't quite enough. We weren't able to perform at our best. Obviously, didn't do a good enough job coaching. Missed a lot of opportunities offensively in the first half. Didn't play good enough defense. Didn't play good enough in the kicking game. Just wasn't quite enough against a good team like Philadelphia.
Shannon, what happened?
I can't wait to hear this.
What happened? The Eagles happened. And Malcolm Butler talking about, what is ish? We. Ain't no we. Y'all lost this game. I was on the sideline chilling. Skip, we've gone back and forth, and you and I joke a lot. And we saw Nick Foles, and we kept harping back. We did see him once go 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We see him, he was selected to the Pro Bowl. He played well enough in his first playoff game to win because when he left the field, he had the lead. Drew Brees then drove the team down. They kicked the game-winning field goal. So we knew he had some pedigree. But we saw him leave Philly, go to the Rams, and it got so bad for him, he thought about retiring. We've seen him play well. We saw him play the best football game of his career in the NFC Championship game. And I said, Skip, there's no way he can play like that again. There's no way. I said, because if he plays like that, they're going to win. So I'm saying, no way can he play like that. Skip, he played better. Because we've seen guys play well in the wild card game or play well, play in a divisional round or even the championship game. But there's nothing like that stage, what is Super Bowl. Man, Skip loves QBR. You still like QBR? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me which quarterback had the higher QBR?
89-84, Nick Foles over Tom Brady.
He answered everything Tom Brady threw at him. I thought the most important drive of the ball game for the Philadelphia Eagles, coming out of the half, the Patriots got the ball first, and 2 minutes and 45 seconds later, they were in the end zone. And what did the Eagles and Nick Foles do? They went right back down the field, and it took them 5 minutes to get back, and they had another 10-point lead. Mm-hmm. Skip, they had to answer that bell. Because this is what we know about the Patriots. This is how they like to perform. They like to get points right before the half, get points coming out of the half. Their defense gets you 3 and out, and Tom Brady's right back on the field. So if they're down, the next thing you know, they go in with a score. They come out with a score. They're either tied or they're ahead of you. But the Eagles said, no, we're not going away. Mm-hmm. We're built for this. You and I both felt 53-man to 53-man. The Eagles had the better team.
No doubt.
Minus Gronk and Tom Brady. Obviously, the coaching, that was not even withstanding. That was not even up for debate.
I just said minus Tom Brady, but go ahead.
And the drive after New England took the lead and to go 7 minutes and 1 second and go back down the field, Skip, that's huge. That is huge. Doug Peterson says, I've been aggressive all year, and we've seen teams get to this game. They play one way the whole season, and then when they get to this game, here we come in here on a Monday, or we come in here the following day and like, that's not who they were. That's not who they've been the entire season. Mm-hmm. What changed? Skip, if you look at them, they were, when you combine third and fourth downs, they were 12 of 18. 12 of 18. Doug Peterson's going for it on fourth down. He pulled that old Baker Mayfield play. You know, Baker Mayfield, they ran that very same play against Georgia right before the half, Skip. They're going to get points. They could have look, let's just run the ball. No, Doug Peterson said, we're going for it. They did the exact same thing in the championship game. 8 minutes time of possession. We saw Jacksonville have the ball 8-9 minutes more than
Philly had it 8 more.
Eight more minutes, 34.5 to 25-56. We saw Jacksonville in the championship game
did.
possess the ball more.
They sure did.
But they were keeping the ball 4 and 5 minutes and punting it.
Yep.
The Eagles was keeping the ball 4 or 5 minutes and getting the ball in the end zone. And that's what you have to do. Convert third downs. Stay on the field. The best defense is Tom Brady on the sideline. Because with the exception of that strip by Graham, they really didn't get near Brady. They played.
I mean, they got near. They knocked him around a little bit.
Late in the ball game. But Skip, I mean, he was fabulous. 500 yards, 3 receivers over 100 yards, 32 points, 33 points.
Yep.
But it didn't matter because why? What happened in the fourth quarter, Skip, when Tom Brady thought his all-time best? What couldn't the defense do? Couldn't get off the field. Because you remember, you're telling about how historically great he was. I just need to know why Tom Brady couldn't deliver the Patriots last night. I'll tell you why. What I've been telling you all along. Everybody wants to make it about Tom Brady. He's historically great. He's transcendent great. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. But there's a 2-part series to this. When the defense can't get you off the field, because in those 4 previous games, they had given up a total of 3 points against the Ravens in the championship game, against, who else they played? Oh, Seattle. Oh, Seattle, the Legion of Boom. Atlanta Falcons, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The defense gave up 3 points. They gave up 12 yesterday, and that's what happened. I just want to know why Tom Brady had 2 cracks, couldn't bring it home, Skip. He had 2 cracks. 2 cracks, the greatest quarterback to ever play, the greatest athlete. He's more clutch than Michael Jordan.
He is, and he was last night.
Hey, as Michelle and Jago and Cello would say, if he was, he wasn't last night. If that's your boy.
Tell me when you're finished.
I'm done. I'm finished with this part of the equation. I'm gonna let you go because I love looking at your face right now.
So I cannot tell you how many issues I have with everything you just said. I saw a very different game. I must have been on a different channel than you. I don't know. I saw this other game.
Yeah,
I'm about to explain the game I saw.
Yeah, because you listen to the
But
sound.
before I explain it, I want to do two things.
What?
I want to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles. I hate the Eagles. As a longtime, lifelong Cowboy fan, I hate them. But I congratulate them. And I want to congratulate America, most of America, on getting to see a wildly exciting and wildly entertaining game that Tom Brady did not win. Because I'm sure most of America loved that last night. And you got to see, as Joy pointed out, an all-time record yards, not just for a playoff game or a Super Bowl, for any NFL game in the history of the league. The most combined yards.
98 years of playing football.
That's impossible. When I heard that late last night, I said, that cannot be. 1,151 combined yards. America feasted on all those yards along with their Super Bowl buffets. Could it get any better than that?
No.
And Tom Brady lost? It just can't be better than that. But now for my bottom line, my bottom of the barrel line.
Okay.
While I saw a Tom Brady who was at his all-time greatest last night, I saw a Brady who has never been better than he was last night with not just a Super Bowl record, 505 yards passing. That's an all-time playoff record. For all the playoff games ever played and all the Super Bowls ever played, 505 is at the #1 top of that list. And Tom Brady accomplished that without his deep threat receiver for the final 3 quarters. There was no Brandon Cooks. So no Edelman, no Martellus, no Brandon Cooks. And he still pulled off 505 passing yards. But meanwhile, his partner in crime, Bill Belichick, was at his all-time awfulest, all-time worst. Bill Belichick's defense last night was an all-time embarrassment. If, in fact, Bill Belichick is what you've been trying to explain to me and tell me and convince me of, that he's an all-time genius of a coach, after we saw that 30 for 30 the other night on ESPN,
Whoa,
the two Bills, Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells, and you came away saying, I'm in even more awe of his legacy
Are
now.
you trying to tell me that sort of bill of goods?
Yes, a bill of goods. Nick Foles last night, to quote you, was 12 of 18 combined on 3rd and 4th down against Bill Belichick's genius defense. The Eagles had 538 yards against Bill Belichick's defense. And is this correct? I can't get this number in my head. Nick Foles' offense scored 41 points against Bill Belichick's defense. 41? What? Who would have thunk it? I still get, like, I woke up this morning, I said, I dreamed that. No, I didn't dream that. 41 points.
You mean to tell me you went to sleep after that?
No, I
wanted
to go to sleep.
You laid down,
game.
but you weren't asleep.
Bill Belichick did not hold up his end of the Brady-Belichick bargain last night. That's the bottom line. And I will bet you that somewhere right now, Tom Brady is still outraged at Bill Belichick and at the quote-unquote defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia. But we know who coordinates and strategizes this defense is Bill Belichick.
Okay.
Brady has to be outraged against those two because Tom Brady scored more points in the Super Bowl last night than any Super Bowl loser has ever scored. He scored 33 points. Wouldn't you think that would be enough to win that game?
Yeah.
Give me just a little bit, a hint of defense. The only hint I got was they win. Of course, this is Bill Belichick, the genius. They win the toss and defer. He takes the ball out of Tom Brady's hands and puts it in Nick Foles' hands. And Foles goes right down the field. And the only play they really made in the whole game was they kept him out of the end zone. It was only 3 points, but you could see what was about to come. So Tom Brady did in the 4th quarter what he has done 7 times in the Super Bowl in 4th quarters. He conducted a come-from-behind, go-ahead, potential game-winning drive. He's got 5 that stood up in Super Bowls.
Yes.
And he has 1 that didn't stand up against in the first Eli game because he got Ty Reed after he hit Randy Moss with 2:42 to go to put them up 14-10. And last night, he did it again. He improbably, against all odds, brought them back to 33-32 Patriots. I was just dumbfounded. I was spellbound. I just sat back. That's 9:22 left in the game. Brady did it again. He put them back ahead 33-10. to 32. And to your point, the Eagles proceeded to go on a 14-play, 75-yard drive. 14 plays and 75 yards. Just make one play. I'm just screaming. I'm pacing and screaming. Ernestine is just fierce. She won't talk to me. Hazel won't speak to me.
You tell me she won't talk to you. You don't let her talk to you when you going through these emotions.
I was out of my mind because it's a one-play game. Somebody on defense on either side needed to make one play. And in the end, Brandon Graham made the one play. And that was a great play. And remember, we had Keenan Allen sitting right here where Joy was sitting. And what did he say?
You said, what about Brandon? What do you think about Brandon Graham?
I don't think I brought him up.
He said he was game. No, you asked. You say, well, Fletcher said, what about Graham? He said he's a game changer.
He's the game changer. But beyond Fletcher Cox,
yes.
He said that's the game changer.
Yes.
And finally, he blew by Shaq Mason. He'd been trying to bull rush him, and he blew off the left shoulder and got free. And he just made one great play on Tom Brady. I didn't think it was a particularly poor play. I mean, I don't like it that he lost the football. Right. But then they got a bounce, because sometimes those balls bounce back to you. But it bounced right up
to Barnett.
And it's basically game over at that point. So they made the one play, and the Patriots couldn't make one play all night. And I would suggest to you, and we're going to get more deeply into this later in the show, Malcolm Butler could make a play because that's what he does. Again, does he have great hands? No, but he's got ball hawk in him, and he's always around the football, and he's always getting his hands on a play. And obviously, he made the greatest defensive final play of a Super Bowl we've ever seen.
Might have been in playoff history.
In history, it was. Well, it just simply was. And it changed the fates of two franchises, right?
You and I are thinking the exact same thing. So you mean to tell me in Super Bowl 49, the starting cornerback is struggling. He inserts an undrafted rookie free agent.
West Alabama.
You have the confidence to insert him, an undrafted rookie. You have the confidence to insert him in the Super Bowl, but he's shown you something during the course of the week that you didn't like, and you felt comfortable enough not starting him. Malcolm Butler played more defensive snaps than any other Patriots player throughout the entire season of 2017.
Like 98% of the snaps he played. Right. He didn't start the New Orleans game. I think he was a little bit in the doghouse off the Thursday night opener debacle against Kansas City.
So even if you take that out of it, and I'm not saying, I can assure you could tell during the national anthem that he was getting carried out and he was peeping. He was
two of his teammates are hugging him.
Yeah.
Like they're arm in arm in arm.
But here's the thing. I'm sure he's practicing. He didn't know he wasn't going to start.
No, this had to be moments before, or it would have leaked, or he wouldn't have been so upset before kickoff.
Skip, I thought the thing is, let's go back this entire season. What team gave the New England Patriots the most problems? The Kansas City Chiefs. Where does Doug Peterson derive from?
Same idea.
Look at the routes. Look at what Clement was doing.
Also, the whole action derives from run-pass option. And Nick Foles set a record last night for play-action passes in a Super Bowl with 21. Well, it's an easy record because their whole action is off that. Like every play starts with the play fake.
But the thing was, Skip, is that they had to get 8 guys down because they couldn't stop the run.
I got it.
The Winnebago, LeGarrette Blount.
164 rushers.
The guy that they didn't want anymore, he was gashing them. Jay Ajayi, the guy you guys didn't want anymore, he was gashing them. And
Clement was gashing them. Everybody was.
But see, here's the thing. The difference between what Kansas City did and what Eagles did is that Kansas City had one guy doing all the damage, Kareem Hunt. Yep. He was running it. He was also catching it. Because remember, the route that he went for like 70, snuck out the backfield, Clement scored a touchdown.
Yep.
They caught him again on a wheel route up the sideline. He got it down to like the 5. So you saw a lot of similarities. 537 yards for one team, 538 for the other. 41 points for one team, 42 for the other. So we see a lot of similarities, but Doug Peterson was aggressive.
He was. Like I said before the game, his mantra was basically, if you're going to beat the champ, you have to knock the champ out.
Correct.
And if you're going to knock him out, you just have to play to win. Every time you're faced with a go for it, you go for it.
Skip, on the way back, we were playing, obviously had satellite TV, so we were watching it. Guess who was sitting in the seat in front of me, one over? Dak Prescott.
Okay.
And so I told him, I tweeted this is not second guess. I say anything 4th or 3 or less, I'm going for it if I'm the Eagles. I don't care where I am on the field because kicking the field goal is not going to win you a game. I say, you must. I said on 4, it's 4th, they were like on their own like 30-yard line. 4th and 1, he's like, nah, I'll punt the ball and make him go 90. I said, I'm not punting this ball. I said, I'm going for it on 4th down. I said, because here's the thing. even if they get a touchdown and kick the PAT, you're still only down 7. I mean, you're going to need the touchdown in the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
So I'm good, Skip. So what do I need?
So I wasn't good with Bill Belichick's defense because, again, that drive took 7 minutes and 1 second.
Couldn't get
so
off
it
the
goes
field.
from 9:22 all the way for the next 7 minutes.
Couldn't get up.
Putting Brady deeper and deeper into the corner that he's going to have to try to fling his way out of. And on that drive, they complete an early 3rd and 6, 7 yards to Zach Ertz. And then the play in question, which is the key play of the game, I still think it's a win or lose play.
It is.
basically.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
4th and 1 from your 46.
Yes.
And now it's down to 5:38 left. And that was the play of the game by Nick Foles because he's avoiding a blitz or a rusher. I think
Yes.
it's a blitzer, actually.
Yeah.
And he's fallen to his left, and he hits Ertz just beautifully up above the defenders, and he comes down with 1 foot across the line for a first down.
Yep.
It's the play of the game. And I got to tell you, Nick Foles is more athletic than people give him credit for.
But Skip, he missed one early in the game. He tried to throw. Ertz was running one way, and he was rolling. If he just kept running, he would score a touchdown.
Well, I don't know if he scored a touchdown.
But he was a long way. But Skip, here's the thing. The final 2 drives, Brady had 2:21 and a timeout left, plus the 2-minute warning.
Okay,
He didn't
so
and then
here's
he
my
had
point.
58 seconds left.
He has won 5 Super Bowls
Yes.
with 5 fourth-quarter or overtime game-winning drives.
Yes.
And I did a Facebook both Saturday night and before the game, and I was saying, I don't love the feel of this game because they've been so arrogant all week, both Brady and Belichick. And you can't keep asking Tom Brady to be superhuman. Like, he can't keep overcoming their flaws on defense.
Why not?
So, because every once in a while, a Brandon Graham's just going to make a play.
Oh.
Was that not a great play? You just admitted it was a great play.
Oh. Now you know. Now he knows how Aaron Rodgers feels. Now he knows how Peyton Manning feels when you're having these historic games and your defense can't stop anyone. Because you remember that game that the Green Bay Packers lost? Aaron Rodgers scored 45 points and they lost 51-45.
I'm
You remember
offended
that?
you brought up Aaron Rodgers because he does not belong in the same stratosphere with
All
Tom Brady.
well, right now in this
Tom
game,
Brady threw for 505 in the Super Bowl
he
last
lost,
night.
just like Aaron Rodgers threw for over 400 and lost. So guess what? Tom Brady does not belong in the discussion with Nick Foles.
And by the way,
he was the better quarterback last night.
To the end of the game, Tom Brady made his best throw on the last throw of the game because he avoids Brandon Graham. If we could see this, he puts a sweet little athletic move on Brandon Graham to create 1 last second to throw the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And this is the throw of the game. Look at this. He avoids Brandon Graham. Does he not throw it right on the numbers to Gronk in the end zone? That's 6 feet 6 inches that they allowed to get across the end line into the end zone. And help me out here, Gronk. You got to go up and make a play on this
They
ball.
hit it from the back.
3. Well, again, is it pass interference? They're not going to
They're
call
not
it.
going to call it. They don't,
Yeah.
Unless you just, because we've seen it called one time where the guy literally snatches the guy down.
I don't think they hit him in the back. I don't.
Yeah.
I just think Rob Gronkowski, unless he's a beat-up, sort of battered shell of himself.
Yeah, you saw the man dominate the game last night.
Hey, you got to go up and snatch that. I don't care who you are. If you're that dude, if you're Gronk, you got to go up and get
What
that.
about
Was that not a great throw, Shannon Sharp?
it was a great
Was that not a clutch throw?
Let me ask you a
That's
question.
an all-time clutch
Hold on.
Hail Mary.
What about-
you
hold
can't throw it better than that.
What about these 20 throws that Tom Brady missed?
Well, he always misses throws.
No, hold on, no,
How
he's-
about 505 yards? It's a record in a playoff game.
Who cares?
Are you kidding
They
me?
lost.
No.
They lost.
Okay, let's get to the bottom line reasons that they lost. They got hosed on 2 replays.
Oh, stop it,
They
Skip
got
Bayless.
hosed.
Stop it.
Okay, let's look at them. They got hosed twice because Chris Collinsworth, Al Michaels are sitting up in the booth. I don't know if you watch or listen to the
I don't
sound or
listen to
not.
the sound, no.
But in both cases, they're sitting back saying, gee, this has to be overturned, doesn't it?
Wrong.
By the current letter of the law?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Let's do the Clement play. It's 7:18 left in the third quarter. Philly's up 22-19, and Nick Foles makes a beautiful rainbow throw to the back line of the end zone. And it looked like Clement made a nice catch, but he didn't control it.
He did.
He did not come away with complete control before his left foot is out of bounds. He is not in complete control of the ball. I've seen that overturned countless times during this year.
Well, my girl Janet Jackson said she's in control.
Okay, well, he wasn't in control.
He was.
And that cost the Patriots 4 points because they would have had to kick a field goal. So
They were going to go for it on fourth down and get it
no,
anyway.
they weren't going to go for it on fourth down. So then that brings us to play number 2. It's the 3rd and 7 play. It's the play of the game. From the 11, they're down 33-32, 2:25 to go. And great sweet design. They send all 4 receivers to the right, and they got Zach Ertz alone on Devin McCourty. He's all alone, so it's one-on-one solo.
Yeah.
And it's the Jesse James, Dez Bryant play all over again.
Actually, it's not.
It's Jesse James versus New England at Pittsburgh, and it's Dez Bryant versus Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay in the 2014 playoff game. Yes, it is.
Because Zach Ertz catches the football.
So did Jesse James.
He takes 1, 2, 3, dive. At this
1, 2, 3.
What are you watching?
1, 2, 3. I don't see any 1, 2, 3.
I
saw Dez Bryant go 1, 2, 3.
No, you didn't. You saw Dez ball on the way down.
He did.
Watch this. He catches it. He's got it. 1, 2, 3.
There's no 1, 2.
He's basically
you have to control the ball to the ground. You have to survive the ground.
At that point in time, he's a running back diving into the end zone.
Once upon a time, the hypocrisy has kicked in for you again, because after that game at Pittsburgh, I was the one who said, by the spirit of the catch, that's a catch.
No.
And all he's trying to do is slam it across the goal line.
Jesse James caught the ball.
He caught it. It was done.
Skip,
he was done.
No, Skip. He turns, and the ball hits the ground. Zach Ertz.
He slammed it on the ground.
He did not catch the ball and take the steps that Ertz did. Look at this, Skip. He didn't take. He went to one knee, hit the ground. He did not possess the ball like Ertz. Ertz is now a running back diving into the end zone. But still, all that withstanding. Oh, no, hold on.
Wait. We're not going to change the subject. We're going to finish this.
Okay.
By the letter of the current NFL law, that is not a catch. Neither is Clement's catch.
Yes, it is.
By the letter. Unless they had a secret meeting last week, because I know they're going to revisit this after they're going to revisit this in the offseason, define what a catch really is. Unless they had a secret meeting and decided, let's change the rules before the Super Bowl so we can avoid any big controversy. Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels sat back both times on both plays. And I love both of them. I think they're really good at what they do. And they are really smart when it comes to pro football. And both of them said, gee, we're stunned. We can't explain it.
Okay, Al Michaels.
Both should have been overturned.
Both. Al Michaels is an all-time great play-by-play. Chris Collinsworth is one of the best color guys you're ever going to see.
He was a very good receiver in and of his own.
Yes, he was. But can you tell me which one is a replay official?
I don't even care. I just know what I see. I'm going on eye test.
I'm going by my eye test, and I know what a catch is.
Yeah, you were the one who argued, wait a minute, by the letter of the current law, Jesse James.
Are you telling me? Hold on, wait a minute. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, and the fans at home that are watching us.
I want to make sure we're hearing you correctly, because I think you're talking out of both sides.
Are you saying that Zach Ertz and Jesse James' play are the exact same?
They're close enough.
No, they're not.
But they're both tight ends trying to slam the ball across the goal line after they had controlled the ball.
Which guy?
After they had controlled it. They're trying to slam it like a running back across the goal line. Both of them control the ball. Spirit, by the spirit of the play, I'm with you. It should have been a catch. It's not by the current letter of the law. It's not a catch. I'm sorry.
Zach Ertz caught the ball. He turns up the field. He's running. He dives. He's a running back diving into the end zone. Zach Ertz caught the ball, goes to one knee, and that's not a catch.
Could we please see the Dez Bryant play at Green Bay that should have won the game because it was such a catch? He's running with the ball. That's Tony Romo throwing to Dez Bryant.
Bob.
Got it. Tried to slam it across the goal line with his left hand. Got it. Same play. Same play, and that's not a catch?
Nope.
Did he not control the football? Oh, he's in complete control of the football. He's got it. He's got 1, 2. Slam it across the goal line. Total control of the football. Total control. It's a catch. And you said that wasn't a catch. I'm holding your feet to the fire. You told me that was not a catch. The Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe said that's not a catch. I think he controlled it.
Sometimes our lives are controlled by two thieves, Joy. The past in the future. Skip chooses to look in the past. I do not. I'm talking about last night. Both of those plays were touchdowns. But I want to get back to this. This is what we know. If your guy is that guy, if he's that man that you said that he is, I just want to know at 2:21 with a timeout and the 2-minute warning.
He got stripped. He got
Why?
Because Shaq Mason airballed on his block.
Well, now you blame Shaq. So now we blame guys, George. So that's what we do now.
Was that not a great play? You already said it was a great play. I mean, Tom Brady's not superhuman. He's just a really
that's
great
what you told me he is.
I didn't tell you
Why
that.
didn't he? One more thing. Why didn't he catch that pass?
Okay, you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Because it was high. It was too high.
That's high. Now, this is what we know. Now, they told me, this is what I heard. A little birdie told me this. They said while he was in Minnesota, Nick Foles had 10 Juicy Lucy's. Now, that's a burger spot. Famous, that man is. Woo, Jordan things, bang, bang. They said he had the cheesesteaks at Jim's. Woo, bang, bang. Said he had pizza and fried chicken. He doesn't do Pilates. He doesn't have Alex Guerrero. He hadn't discovered the secrets. But he caught a pass.
Yeah, because he got recruited by Texas and Baylor to play basketball because he was a tight end as a sophomore. And wait a second, let me finish.
Okay.
At Austin Westlake High School, which is a football throwing powerhouse that created and made a product out of
Didn't Tom Brady?
Let me finish.
Okay.
You're missing the point. Nick Foles is an athlete, much more athletic than Tom Brady. Tom Brady has the greatest pocket feet I've ever seen. But if you're going to ask him to run a route downfield and catch a ball that is overthrown straight over his head,
yeah, what ball
because
was it?
it was too. It's way up
He
here.
caught the one in 2015. That
hit him right in the hands. It hit him right in the hands. Well, let me ask you this, Hall of Famer.
Yes,
let me ask you this. Where did the pass hit Nick Foles in the end zone from Trey Burton? Where did it hit him? Where did it hit him? Right in the hands. Yeah, he's going to catch that. You know why? Because, wait a second, when he was a sophomore at Austin Westlake, he played tight end and caught a touchdown pass as a sophomore.
That was 15 years ago.
An athlete. He got recruited by Texas and Baylor to play basketball.
You just told me last week, Tom Brady.
Basketball.
You just told me last
You're missing the point.
You told me last week Tom Brady is the greatest and most clutch athlete in the history of civilization.
Playing quarterback.
No, you said athlete. You didn't say nothing about playing football.
I said as a quarterback.
You said he's the most receiver. You said he's the most clutch.
Danny Amendola had a defender right in his face, and he threw it high, and you know it, and I know it.
Trey Burton had a defender right in his face.
So let's try to nitpick poor Tom Brady like you do all the time.
You do it to LeBron.
Let's try to tear him all to pieces. Yeah.
You should do it to LeBron.
Don't put LeBron and Tom Brady in the same sentence.
Why not?
Because this guy just threw for 505 yards.
And
505.
And LeBron James averaged a triple-double. And they both lost.
This guy just set the record.
Lost.
He set the
they
record
both
for the most.
lost.
Yeah.
I don't care what record.
He brought his team back to 33-32. Are you kidding me?
Did he win or Joy? Joy, what about serving at this?
Wait,
Joy, I'm open early. I'm open early, Joy.
As we see now, LeBron gets to play defense because he doesn't play it anymore, and he's quit on his team, or they quit on him, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But in this case, Tom Brady cannot play defense.
Well, you don't give the defense any credit when they're holding the 3 points.
Yeah.
You give Tom Brady all the credit.
Bill Belichick was a disaster. What do you think about that, Mr. Belichick fan? Help me out. No, help me out.
No.
I'm putting your feet to the fire.
What?
I've been answering about Tom Brady, and you tell me about the great Bill Belichick.
He's still great.
Who made a foolish genius decision to bench Malcolm Butler, and it backfired into a foolish mistake.
And you told me last week, and you told everybody that
help me out.
You told everybody that sat in that seat that Coach Belichick can make all these moves because he has 12.
That's
and 12 were Brady. Why didn't he deliver him from yesterday?
You know what? Belichick tried to polish his genius last night and say, watch what I can do. I'll go get Eric Rowe from the Eagles just before last season started. You know, I'll trade a late round pick for him.
Eric Rowe for Winnebago. We take the Winnebago. We give y'all Eric Rowe.
Eric Rowe, once upon a time, was a second-round draft pick out at Utah for the Philadelphia Eagles. So he says, watch what I do, because they'll think I'm a real genius after this game. I'm going to elevate Eric Rowe and play him. I'm going to just bench Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
And when we win this game, because Tom's going to pull us out of another hole from another big deficit, then they'll all say, God, what a genius Belichick is. And it backfired. Oh! I'd be outraged if I were Tom Brady.
Skip, all of them, Skip.
It backfired.
Skip. I've never said Tom wasn't great. He's historic.
I have said that Belichick is not great, and I'm going to say it again.
And the word you like to use, he's transcendental.
That was the word you originally used.
I said transcendent.
No,
you added
transcendental.
Yeah, then you put the ly or something to make it more because Tom Brady. But here's the thing, though, Skip. I've been trying to explain to you. When Tom Brady has these come-from-behind victories, all you do is look at what he's done. You don't look at the defense only giving up 3 points in 4 fourth quarters.
Well, last night he gave up 41 points.
So why didn't Tom score 42?
How about Belichick's kicking game? So we just went over the 2 hose job plays that didn't get overturned.
Gostkowski got those demons.
Okay, here we go. So that's 4 points that the replay didn't give them back, right? 4 points, 4 more points.
Yeah.
On the next one, and then 4 points from the place kicking game that they botched.
Yeah.
And what did we say? I brought it up. Pro Football Focus, the scouts ranked the players from 1 to 106.
Yeah.
Gostkowski ranked 99th, and I said, look out. And guess what? The long snapper for the New England Patriots, Joe Cardona, ranked 106, dead last. And they said he's a liability. Was he not a liability on those 2 snaps? Because they weren't right.
Was Nick Foles the 53rd best player on the field last night?
He was, but
Nick Foles the 53rd best player last night.
But I kept telling you he's way better than
I said it too.
No, you didn't say it.
Oh, I said
I was a much bigger Foles fan than you were. I told you he would not choke or folds in this game.
But you still have not told me why. With 2:21 left and a timeout and a 2-minute warning, why Tom Brady couldn't go get it done?
Because a great player on the other team made a great play.
That game is
play.
Joy.
That's it.
You keep telling me that the game was right.
Then I just showed you.
The game was right there for the taking.
Then he got the ball back and he threw the greatest Hail Mary I've ever seen. It hit him right in the hands. Hit a 6'6" guy that the Eagles should have jammed and kept out of the end zone.
They should have jammed. You always jam. If it's a 3-by-1, you always jam.
You just got to keep him out of the end zone. So everything fell right on the plate. The throw was great. The move, the athletic move to avoid the rusher.
Hold on. I'm got to look at my stats right quick.
You're not going to get, you can't win this.
Why was Tom Brady, why would the Eagles were 2 for 2 on 4th down? What happened to Tom Brady on 4th down, one of those 4th downs?
Okay, well, the replay cost him 4 points, and then his kicking game cost him 4 more. So that's minus 12 right there. Minus 12 right there, and his defense gave up 41. What more superhuman do you want from Tom Brady?
No. Hold on. So you mean to tell me red zone efficiency? Okay, field goal attempt.
You can go ahead. I know your Twitter followers are all
red zone efficiency.
What are you up to now on Twitter?
Don't worry about that.
55 or?
I'm sure a lot of those Patriots fans that used to follow me and like me, they probably.
I know they want Uncle, and I know they want you to bash Tom Brady.
Why would they like you?
Everybody wants to bash Tom Brady.
And
here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line to your side of this story. You, Mr. Eagle. You got a quarterback controversy because there is no way Carson Wentz would have won those 3 playoff games.
Oh, stop it.
He's too skittish.
We don't have to worry about it.
He's not poised enough. He's too much of a gambler gambling.
That's innuendo. That's speculation.
That's what it is.
Say what you want to.
Nick Foles is much more poised and unflappable than Carson Wentz ever thought about.
All I know is
Nick Foles just played 3 of the greatest playoff games you will ever see.
He had a Joe Flacco run.
No, he had way better than Joe Flacco. Way better. This was consistent. This is 72% completion. Flacco throws hail Flacco.
You do realize that Joe Flacco beat Peyton Manning at home and beat Tom Brady at home. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, the Eagles are at the apex. They're at the crescendo. They're at the zenith. They're at the denouement. They're the highest you can go. Now put some spec on their name, Skip.
What did I say to open my?
I'll say it again. I want you to hear it because some people just joining us. Some people just joining us.
I'm going to say this again. The Eagles have a huge problem.
That's something for us to worry about. That's something for us. That's something for us to worry about. Don't you worry about that.
You're in big trouble.
Who is us?
What do you call him? The lame nickname? What's it called?
Walking to him?
Yeah.
He was walking into him last night.
Yeah, he was watching it.
Walking into him. Right. Oh, Nick Foles said, hey, Nick Foles, they came out there, Nick Foles pounded him up like this and said, let me get
it. It was very nice. It was a very nice interaction between two of them.
They got a big problem.
We don't got no problem,
Nick Foles just played better than Carson.
Okay, you know what? Listen, I just want to put this on the record right now.
Put it on the record.
The season is over. At the beginning of next season, we are tracking Shannon's bandwagon jumping. We're just going to do a little graph of all the different teams that you picked throughout the season.
Hold on. Skip picked the Cowboys. But when
You picked the Patriots before the season started, and you picked them to win the Super
no,
Bowl.
but I'm saying, hold on. You know, I got to take off my LeBron. It's a little, you know, my LeBron Audemars. But Joy, here's the thing. He picked the Cowboys, and then he jumped on Minnesota. Then he jumped on the.
They got eliminated. I have to make another pick.
No, you don't.
I didn't jump on Minnesota. I jumped on New Orleans.
Okay, and they lost.
They lost.
And then you jumped on Minnesota. Being a little Bron.
No, I did not.
But I just want to know, why didn't Tom Brady deliver them?
Well, let's talk about that. Did Tom Brady's legacy take a hit last night? We'll discuss that next.
Bam! Broke it down!